Well, it's kit day again. As it often is. And by that, I mean there's a new Sims kit coming out today. This one is actually, I hope, pretty interesting. It's meant to be like a maximalist style build kit. It's called Decor to the Max, and it's supposed to come out in 2 minutes. So obviously I'm gonna download it and try it out so that you don't have to before you buy it. They actually announced this one while I was in a panel at South by Southwest, so I made a video like about the announcement from my hotel room. I can link that down below. Overall, I think it looks pretty cute. They've showed a few screenshots now. This is a couple that a Sim Guru posted on Twitter. I really like all of these things individually. I just don't know how often I can see myself using them all together. Like, this isn't really my vibe. It's very glamorous and very bold, and I'm not super into this sort of style, like, personally, but I can admit these things are really beautiful. I think my one concern right now is more to do with how often I can actually use these things. Because they're so bold, they're all kind of statement pieces. Like, I'm probably not gonna use this wallpaper in the average room, you know? It's gonna be a special occasion kind of item. But for example, this coffee table, it's sort of a nice, fancy, simple glass table that could work in a lot of spaces. This light kind of has like mid-century vibes, and I've been desperate for more statement lights. So like this ceiling light and this huge cool lamp are both really interesting. I can see myself putting those in a lot of places. Also, these giraffes, that intrigues me, but I guess we'll wait and see. It's 1 o'clock now, so the kit should technically be out. Although I'm sitting here searching Origin and it's not coming up, so maybe it's not out. Perhaps if we scroll through here, we can find it? No. All right, so we wait. Okay, now I'm starting to wonder if it's not coming out at 1. What if it comes out at 2 instead? Okay, so I have the game code on the EA Creator Network, but when I try and enter it, it says it's not valid. So it seems like the game just isn't out yet. Why is this always how I start these videos? You'd think I'd just wait until I actually had the game to start recording, but no, I do it like this. Well, while we wait, it looks like there's a pretty big sale right now on EA games on Origin. Like The Sims 4 is only $5 right now. If you don't have the base game yet, now could be a good time to grab it. It looks like a lot of other packs, like Cottage Living's on sale for half off. It's only $20. Dream Home Decorator's only $14. Even some stuff packs are on sale. And you know, maybe you want Dead Space or the Star Wars pack. Those are on sale too. Okay, it's been like 20 minutes. I still can't redeem my product code, but it just came up like actually for sale, so I'm just gonna buy it. I'm downloading it now. And I guess I have a code. Oh, that took like 2 seconds. Okay, well, I have an extra code now then. So once I get that code working, I can do a giveaway on stream later. I'm planning on playing with the kit and like building a house on streams. So that actually works out. I oftentimes do that with the codes they give me for kits because I'm impatient and I just buy the pack before they actually give me the code. So I don't know if I've ever used the code they gave me. I think I buy them every time. But here we are, The Sims 4 Decor to the Max kit. Have it all. Play with patterns and let colors collide with mix and match furniture in a variety of styles. Layer in contrasting and complementary details like new wallpapers and rugs to coordinate over-the-top looks that build a busy but beautiful atmosphere. I'm sorry, did you say rugs plural? Because that intrigues me. Try all 3. Combine elements featuring, oh boy, fancy words. I don't know that one. Oh, you can't even see the whole thing. That one.
Chinoiserie.
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 Okay, sure. You're embarrassing me, Sims 4. 17th and 18th century Western style of interior design, furniture, pottery, textiles, and garden design that represents fanciful European interpretations of Chinese styles. Ooh, okay. Anyway, with a plethora of prints, shapes, and colors, delve into self-expression by getting surreal with gilded pastel tones, geometric patterns, and intimate textures. Okay, I'll take it. I also have seen this screenshot, obviously, but this one, I like the vibes of this. This is cool. Oh, we've got a new styled room, so maybe I'll look at that first to see, like, you know, how they intended to use the pack, and then we can look at all the items separately. I always like to see this because it's kind of fun to see what they were thinking when they built it, you know? Oh. We have seen these. This is from that tweet. This is the same room as the tweet we looked at earlier. All right, cool. I'm intrigued by the different flooring. I don't think I noticed that it was like 2 different floor patterns, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe we start off with the new floors then. So it looks like we've got 2. I was curious when I saw this in the picture, like when we first saw the teaser about this, I was curious to see if they had done this for real or if it was like, you know, quarter tiles that people made, because sometimes we'll like use quarter tiles, you know, to make like a sort of custom pattern. This is different than that though. It's split up more. It's kind of busy. I will say it's only 4 simoleons. This is really useful, this type of flooring, because you can make fake rugs with it. One of my favorite things to do when I'm building houses and you're trying to make like a starter home and you've got no money, you can't really afford a rug to put like underneath the living room, but you could use tiles to make like a fake rug. So for example, you're already paying for like a floor. Say you you can't afford a rug like this, what you could do instead is use like a sort of interesting floor pattern and then pretend that's a rug and then just put your couches in. And it's like free because you already paid for the floor. You don't have to pay for a rug on top of it. Does that make sense? It's pretty smart. It works pretty well. And this actually has some really interesting patterns. I love the pastel colors on that. I like these floors. I won't use them probably for like many rooms. I probably won't do an entire room. Maybe a bathroom. I find it's easier to put like big statement things in smaller rooms. Oh, that one's really nice. But this could be like a really good fake rug. Do you know what I mean? And there's some really interesting swatches. Okay, I'm pleased. I like it. And then we also have this one, which same thing, could be great for making custom rugs like that. And it's got such pretty pastels. Oh, this one I'll probably use a lot. I love that yellow. That is so nice. Okay, I'm sold. My little heart is fluttering. I really like this. Okay, we got some pink. That one's cool. Very minty. Okay, not so berry. We have some pink. Interesting darker colors. Oh, I love the lighter one. And then this black one, the solid black and white's pretty interesting too. I think I'll actually use those a lot. Okay, we've got 3 new wallpapers. We have this one. This is more geometric. Oh, it comes in pastel yellow. We have been so lacking pastel yellows. Hang on. That is awesome. I can see it already. Spring Sims is like shaking and crying right now. He's so excited. I love that. That's really pretty. That's like my favorite color too. I love a pastel yellow. We've got like more of a navy, bit lighter color. Oh, I love this wallpaper. I'm gonna use this one a lot. I love this green. This is like every swatch I've been lacking, and it comes in some really cool variants. We have the white and we've got it all black and white. That's really nice too. I love that. Then we have a sort of fancier tiger wallpaper, which is pretty fun. I like a cool accent wall. I probably won't use this in like every room, obviously. The other one's a little bit easier to use because it's a bit simpler. This one's really fancy, but it's cool to have that option of an accent wall. And the swatches are really nice. I actually love that one. I didn't think I was gonna like this one as much, but I love this color with the orange tiger. The pink and blue is really fun too. And just the pink on pink. I mean, they're all nice. They did a really good job with the color schemes in this pack. I mean, I only looked at a couple things, but so far it seems really nice. And then we also have this one with the flowers and the birds. Birds and flower in hand, it's called. Okay. And they all come in pretty similar swatches, it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love this one. Okay, that is really nice. This is really beautiful. I like that lighter version too. These are so pretty. Are you kidding me? Oh, the all pink. Oh, and the darker one with the different colors. Okay, Sims team, you did a good job with this. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Okay, I'm gonna filter by kits. We're gonna have to kind of scroll through and find all the new things this way. Unfortunately, kits are kind of hard to filter through. So we have at least one new ceiling light. I'm pretty sure that's the only one. Explosion of light fixture. The creator of this lamp had a dream about exploding stars that led them to design this fixture. Okay. Comes in some kind of interesting colors. I like the bright ones. Obviously comes in all black and all white as well. Well, kind of silvery, but it also comes in gold and like an interesting orange color. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's got solid gold and gold with black. I'm glad they did that. They kind of thought of everything with that. I'm happy with that light. I think I'll use that a lot. That's really nice to put like above a dining table and stuff. And it's also, how much? 205. It's not ridiculously expensive. Okay, it looks like this is a new rug. That is a very good size of rug. And also that first swatch is really useful. I can see myself putting that in a lot of builds. This light green one too. That is a good color swatch. The pink one. Okay, no, this one, I'm gonna use that all the time. That is a wonderful swatch. These are all good. I love all 4 of these. We also have this like swirly one, which is pretty cool. And that comes in a couple different colors. I probably have less use for that one. That one's a little bit more out there, but this kind of thing I could put in all kinds of builds. This is a really versatile type of rug. And then we also have this more floral pattern. I like that blue. And it comes in all blue and more red and this darker version. I really like that. That's really pretty. I'm like scouring, looking to see I don't miss anything. Okay, these are pretty cool though. These ones they sort of teased on Twitter. Let me make the walls taller so I can show you. But basically, they've made these frame pieces. The frame itself costs 100 simoleons, and it's supposed to be like wainscoting, but it's a frame and it's an object, so you can put it on like any wall, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. Oh, the pastel pink! Also white and black. But I think the idea is that with that wainscoting, you could then put like like, I don't know, one of the wallpapers underneath it, and then sort of like pretend the wainscoting is a frame, like a custom frame. So you could do like pink on pink and then customize it, or you could put like a mirror behind it, and then it looks like the mirror has a little bit of a frame to it instead of just the mirror being plain. You can't see that middle piece, but you can see the top pieces, and that looks really nice actually. Just looking at these items, I'm already thinking of like a million different ways to use them for both interiors and exteriors. This is a really cool feature. This is probably, in my opinion, the biggest selling point of the pack. Like, this could be used for a lot of things. I'm kind of trying to experiment a little bit here, but for example, like that window frames perfectly inside of it. So I wonder if you could make like a sort of interesting custom wall decor with it. I don't know. There's lots of options. This is a cool object. I'm looking forward to like trying to build something with that tonight on stream. And we've got one for each wall height, which is really good. Okay, we have this new mirror. Oh, this reminds me of The Sims 3. We used to have things like this in The Sims 3. Panels of self mirror. Oh, and it even comes with swatches that change the color of the frame. That looks really cool. Oh, I like that. I love a statement mirror. That's gonna be fun to use. We don't really have much like that either in The Sims 4 so far. I mean, we've got a lot of mirrors, but none really that are that big, and not a ton of like, I want to say normal statement mirrors, but like, you know, some of the statement mirrors we have right now are like this cat and this like speech bubble. So it's kind of fun to have this kind of thing where it's more versatile. You could use that in more spaces. Okay, here's the new couch. This couch costs $895. Yeesh. Okay, well, it better be nice. Comfort 6. Okay. I am kind of liking that green and yellow swatch though. It's pretty cool. We also have this blue one with like a gold sort of accent. Another blue with some fancy patterns. Black and white. Oh. Is this one of the first leopard print things we have in The Sims 4? I know we have like that zebra rug and there's some zebra things from Get Famous. There's not a ton of leopard or like cheetah or whatever it's supposed to be. Interesting swatch. Again, I don't know how often I will use that, but it's cool to have. I like this blue and yellow one better. That's pretty cool. I like how it has the tropical print. It's kind of fun to mix the patterns. I think I would prefer to have like a pattern on the back and a solid color here and then this pattern instead of like the two-toned cheetah print. Oh, okay, we've got zebra with tiger pillows in a couple colors, and then we have a couple solid color ones. That pink is nice. It's a shame the gold is so bright because it's gonna be hard to use that, but I like the pink. I like the light pink. We've got a nice black and like sort of cream color. This I will probably use all the time. This is a really useful one just for a lot of spaces. It's nice to have a couple neutrals. Oh, see, this is better. This is what I mean. Like just one cushion side. Like the bottom has a pattern, the back is plain, and then we've got a fun zebra print. I like this one. This might be my favorite swatch. I know it's like a plain color, but I like that a lot. And this blue one is nice. Oh, see, that's good. That's really good. It's gonna be hard to find spaces for stuff like this, but it's cool. Here's that new, oh, it's giant. Okay, here's that new lamp we've got. We don't really have any really giant statement lamps like this, and they're pretty trendy in real life, and it's cool how it's got the fringe. I really like this. Fringe of Elegance lamp, 295 simoleons, and it comes in that nice like bronzy gold brassy color. I don't know. I just named like 3 different metals, but that's a good swatch. Comes in red, comes in a brighter gold, a more goldy gold, pink, hot pink and blue. Wow, okay. Mint and orange, not so berry. All right, pop off. Gold with white, that's pretty. And also black and gold. I like that. This is a cool lamp. I'm gonna use this a lot, I think. It's very glamorous. And then we also have this big divider. I was curious, I couldn't tell if it was mirrored. It looks like it's just clear. Very minty. I keep talking about not so berry, but not so berry is a challenge that I wrote a few years ago, and it's like color themed. The first generation is mint, so I keep bringing that up, but that's nice. We've got some pink, some blue, more gold. I like this pink with the gold. That looks nice. And it's got like some pattern in the glass. The red and gold, all white, thank you, and all black. Thank you very much, Sims team. It's greatly appreciated. Those are pretty cool. I never use room dividers, but this one is actually quite big. I'm trying to think like compared to other sizes of things, like the other dividers are a little bit smaller than that. We've got some that are big, but for the most part, they're usually just the 2 tiles. This one is 3, right? Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Oh God, come back. We also have this really interesting circle of infinity. Whoa. Wait, look at that. What is that? Don't get lost staring into the circle of infinity. Don't get lost staring into the circle of infinity. Don't get lost. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. It's kind of scary. We don't have anything like that. That is a really cool art piece. Do you know what? I'm really glad they made that. That's really interesting. It's fun to have things that are different like that. There's a lot of cool uses for that too. I just keep staring. I mean, I'm getting lost staring into the circle of infinity. That's cool. All right, we also have this new fireplace. This is probably what I was most excited for out of the pictures I saw, so I'm looking forward to looking at it. It's got some really fun colors. You know what? I hate to say it, but like not so berry who. Look at that. That's so fun. It's very glamorous though. Like that's gonna take a very certain style of house. I think these things will probably go pretty well with the vintage glamour pack though, which is kind of good. It sort of pairs in. I'm not saying that it's like the same thing because these styles are very different, but they are all sort of glamorous, so they'll probably mix and match really well. This is one of my favorite like shapes of fireplaces we've seen. I'm not sure I love like all of the gold accents. I wish we had like a white one that just had like white and not the gold, but the colors are pretty fun. It's fun to have those options sometimes, and they're not like too wacky. Sometimes the colors are too wacky. That one's okay. We have a couple different decor pieces. We have this little giraffe, the geometric giraffes. That's 545. She's fancy, and it comes in lots of different colors. I was really excited about this too. This will be a fun like clutter item to put on shelves and stuff. And then we also have this bird sculpture. That is awesome. It's big too. Oh, and it comes in really fun colors. If you're making like a really fancy garden, you could put it like outside in the garden. I'm just thinking of options, but that's pretty fun. And we don't really have anything like this, so that's a cool addition for sure. All right, here's the new like wall art. It's a big gallery wall. That's really pretty. This is probably one of my favorite items in the whole pack too. It's called the Collage of Personality. It comes in some, oh wait, look at that. Oh, what a cool swatch. I love the giraffe. And the little tiny mirror is pretty cool. I wonder if any CC creators will separate these items so that you can use them separately, because that would be fun too. But oh, I really like that one. This is nice. This is a good, very useful item. It kind of looks like the shape of a heart too. If you look close, I mean, if you squint, don't look closely. Look far away. It's kind of shaped like a heart. I really like this. This is really nice. We also have this coffee table, which I thought I was gonna love, and I think I do. That's just a nice, useful, like glass coffee table. Comes in black and white, but also some kind of fun colors. Yeah, I like that. It's fun to have just like pretty plain coffee tables, and it's not plain. It's got like a really fun metal to it, but it's not like patterned, I should say, because you could use that in a ton of different styles of homes. For example, this is a little bit, you know, a little bit fancier. I do love this though. I would probably buy something like this. It's like an interesting sort of sideboard hallway table thing, but it's got some fun swatches and some fun like hibiscus patterns. Oh, I like that too. Oh, this has good swatches. I really like this. That's really cool. That one is 305. And we also have a little side table. This is too big. I feel like it should be that big. You know, like size down once is better. I think that's really large, that side table. I think that about all the side tables though. It's not just this one, it's like all of them. I also kinda almost wish that it didn't have the glass, but I do like this table. I don't know how often I'm gonna use this one. It's a little bit too fancy for my liking. I do like the swatches though. And then lastly, we've got this adorable chair. This chair I was very excited about. It's nice to have a good accent chair, and it comes in some kind of fun swatches. I love the tropical swatches on these. It's pretty cool. Okay, not so berry. We've got, oh, pink and teal, yellow. We've got all pink, white, all beige. That's a great swatch. We're gonna use that a lot. And then this black one. Oh, it's blue. Oh, ooh, cool. I will say I kind of wish we had gotten a solid black one, because we have like white, cream, blue, but the only solid ones are cream and blue. I wish we had like a solid white and black. I like them. These are great swatches, but I wish we had some more. I always wish we had more though, every time. I think though that is the whole kit. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I wanted to look at the list of items on the kit page really quickly. I think it helps to see them like sort of spread out. And also if I missed anything, we can triple check, but oh, that bothers me. Why is the one floor at the bottom when they're all at the top? Oh no! Okay, well, this kit has 23 items. You know, comparing that to the other ones, that's pretty similar in size. The plant kit had 24. The industrial loft kit had, 26. Okay, Courtyard Oasis had 22. Buzz the Dust had 5. That doesn't count though. And oh wow, Country Kitchen only had 15, but those counters are really big. Each of those counters is like 8 pieces itself, so they get a pass too, because the counters, when you have like all the different variants, like you can see all of this here, that's like 1, corner piece 2, end piece 3, round piece 4, you know, there's like lots of different pieces involved, so the counters are more than just one item really. So I feel like for the most part, this kit kind of plays marries well with the other ones. It seems like it's not less than them. I will say, I think I like every single one of these items. There's not an item that I'm like, ooh, ew, it's ugly. If I were to pick a least favorite, it'd probably be that side table that I mentioned. I think it's like too big. As far as favorite items go, this like geometric patterned wallpaper has great swatches. I'm gonna use that all the time. The rug is awesome. All the wall decorations, but especially the mirror and that gallery wall are super cool. The giraffes, they speak to me. And also those like wall paneling wainscoting things, that's a really cool idea. My brain's already going through like so many different options and ideas to use those wainscoting objects for. So in my mind, I feel like those wainscoting things are probably the most useful item out of the whole pack, simply because you could use them for so many different things. But if you're not really a builder, that probably doesn't appeal to you like it appeals to me. And for the most part, a lot of these things have some really funky swatches. This is certainly not like an everyday kind of kit, right? Like these things are statement pieces. They're all statement pieces. And together they make a very strong statement, but individually they could be sort of used as like a fun statement item in a room. To be honest, I think I might actually get a lot of use out of this kit, although it's very glamorous. I keep saying that, and that's not really my style. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite build kit. I wouldn't call it my least favorite either though, but I don't really know what my least favorite build kit is. I think that Country Kitchen is my favorite. Maybe the plant kit after that, and maybe I'd put like Industrial Loft at the bottom. I don't know why. Yeah, I'd probably put this one at the bottom. I don't use these things very much. I don't know. It's hard to say. The thing about kits is that they're so niche. And that's sort of the idea of the kits, is they kind of do fill in those niches where like not everybody is gonna want all of these kits, but like one or two might be right up your alley. That's kind of the whole point of them. The way that I've been sort of judging kits for you all is by saying like, hey, would I buy this if I weren't making a YouTube video on it? Like if I wasn't a YouTuber who was gonna use these things in videos, would I purchase this pack just to play with? And so for example, I've been saying that I probably wouldn't buy any of the cast kits just because I don't really do much cast stuff in my gameplay. I'm more of a builder, so the build ones appeal to me more. And I find it hard to justify spending like 25 bucks on clothes. I think I probably would buy all of the build kits, but I don't know if I would buy this one instantly. Like the Country Kitchen kit, I was like, oh my god, kitchens? Yes, please, I want it right now. But this one is more of like a, it's got some cute things, but I don't know if I like need it. Maybe I'll like watch some speed builds first and see if I love any of these items. So you know better than I do. You know if you want this kit or not. You can tell if you're gonna use these things, but it's not bad by any means. None of the kits are bad. I just don't like the price of them. They always come with good stuff. Like I always like the items in the kits. It's just hard to justify that cost. Like $5 for maybe a couple items I'm gonna use a lot, and the rest I'll just use occasionally. Like $5 for the rug and some wainscoting? I don't know. So I'll leave that to you to decide. Do you like these things? You'll know what is worth it for you, right? We all kind of have a different opinion on this. So like I said, I'm gonna stream tonight trying to build with the kit. I'm kind of feeling like making a really fancy like glam apartment renovation for Penny Pizzazz. So if you want to drop in, my Twitch channel is just lilsimsie. I stream every day on Twitch, so feel free to follow. And if you like Sims content, I make Sims videos every day on YouTube, so feel free to subscribe. Also, I look a bit like a mushroom because I cut my own hair yesterday. I'm not really vibing with it. I didn't do the best job, but I am not currently accepting negative comments about my appearance. So keep your opinions to yourself. Thank you, love you though. And with that being said, I will catch you all tomorrow. Bye everybody. It's kind of giving Lord Farquaad. It always does when I cut my own hair. It always does. But for some reason, this time especially. Please don't laugh at me.